Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So, in the last video we were talking about healings in the Fortnite season, now we're talking about the weapons. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So we're going to start off with the rifle group, and personally, I think this MK7 belongs in the B tier. It's a great weapon, great damage, is the red dot, so that's personally it draws most people to it because it's not like any other game, any other weapon in Fortnite. But personally, I think the barrel rise is too powerful on the gun, and it ends up making the dot miss the target more often than not. So personally, I'd recommend new players stay away from that, but if you're great with this, easily the best weapon in the game. But for now, I'm keeping that in B tier. Next up, we have the Ranger Assault Rifle, and we are putting this in A tier. Has great damage and great accuracy for longer distances than the MK7. Personally, I think it's the better of the bunch, like the rifles. So that's going to stay in A tier for me. If you're a new player, I'd go for this weapon over this weapon. We have the bolt action sniper rifle, and this is going in B tier. Because if you can hit your headshots consistently, S tier, because it could almost one-shot everything. But the problem is you miss your shot, you give away your position, and now everyone knows where you are. So that's why it's staying in B tier. It's tied with the MK7. Just a quick thing for the grenade launcher, that's going in S tier because its damage is great and it shoots immediately fast. The reload's a little long, but all in all, great weapon. I think if you ever find this, you should easily take it over any of these two weapons because these two just aren't the best in the game. Well, for new players, that is. Now, in the shotgun group, we're going to start off with the heavy shotgun, and that goes in C tier. Because it has a... Okay, so this shotgun is special. And like most shotguns, yeah, you do want to stay close to your target, but this one's also designed for medium accuracy. Like, it's tight, its spread is super tight, so all travels in one little thing. But the reason that I don't like that is because it has more room for error. Because normally if you miss with a shotgun, like maybe a pellet will hit and you'll do at least a little bit of damage. But there's just too much room for error. Because you miss entirely, then you're dead. You're already dead if you miss one shot with this thing. It's too slow. Auto shotgun, A tier. It fires fast and does great damage. Reloads a little bit long because it has a lot of shells in it. But I think that if you're going to choose any weapons for loadout, choose this one instantly over any of the other shotguns. Except for Striker Pump, which I'll get into for a quick second. But all in all, just choose this gun. Now, the thing about Striker Pump is that I'm also going to put it in B tier. Because it does great damage. Especially at close, well, of course at close range it's a shotgun. But it takes so long to get the next shell in the chamber. It's too long and it's just not good enough to compare to the auto shotgun, but it's still a pretty solid option if you have nothing else. And you should easily take it over the heavy shotgun in my opinion. Now in the pistol section and the Stinger SMG, pistol I'm easily gonna put in the C tier. It's not bad, does decent damage, that fires decently fast, and it's pretty good. They're everywhere, and most people overlook it because it's a starter weapon. It's like a weapon you get when you land. First thing you do is you pick up a pistol, if nothing else. So easily, it's super underrated, and it really is. It's really good, but most people don't give it a try because it's easily outclassed by these two right here. Machine pistol easily goes in S tier. It fires super fast and does great damage at close range, and it's great with the shotguns. It does great damage with shotguns, and shotguns are specifically designed for close range. Now, even at long range, like medium-ish distance, it does way less damage. It's like in the 5s, but it's still really good even then. The Stinger SMG, A tier. It's a great weapon. It's when the machine pistol first came out, it easily outclassed this. Now I think of them as evens, but this is way better than this. But this is also does great damage, everything. It's like everything this, but you should always choose the machine pistol before the Stinger SMG. Harpoon gun, I think this goes in D tier because it's a great weapon. Even though it's not really a weapon, it does damage. It does really good damage. I believe like 75, and that's nothing to be scoffed at. Now it can also be used for fishing, which is really really good, and it can get you a lot of great fish. That's all, and just good weapon all around. Now, next weapon is the grenades. These go in F tier because they just suck. Never use them over any of these weapons. If anything, just ditch these, even for bandages. And bandages suck if you've seen my other video. So, just don't pick up grenades. Clingers, C tier. They're way better than the grenades because they stick to things. That's it. That's really it. That's all you could really think of. Because what else do they have other than that? They're both explosive, but all this has is a plunger on it. So, better. Fireflies. B tier. Fireflies are a great weapon. They burn down structures and they can be found everywhere. They are really underrated compared to other weapons. Like, many people will say, oh, well, the pistol's better because you can shoot people with it. But these things, against builders, like probably the most annoying thing in the game, these things just shred through everything. They do great damage, too. And the burn damage is nothing to be joking at. Now, the upgraded version of the Firefly jar, however, if you can't find these anywhere, is the flare gun. S tier. You can use the flare gun to find enemies by shooting it in the sky, and it creates a little diamond above the enemies, no matter where they are. So you always know where your enemies are for like the next 5 seconds. And it does everything that the flare gun, that the fireflies can do. It burns structures, and it does great damage if you hit an enemy. Now, it ain't the highest damage, no, but it's still greater than nothing. Personally, I think this deserves to be an S tier. Now, the only thing that I'd really still be able to change is the MK7. Personally, I still don't think it deserves any tier higher than B. But if you're a pro, yeah, you could put that in S tier. But for a new player, keep it in B tier. Just don't go after it, but go after it after any of these. Trust me. Anyways, I hope this video will help new players who play Fortnite and anybody else who just wants to know what weapons you should choose. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Peace.